Okay, good afternoon. Welcome to Channel Sports Sunday. We welcome you to this segment that we get to talk to you strictly on football matters. Tell you what is going on in the world of football. I will start with the local scene. I'm not going to do this alone. I have Larry Pinel and Falabi Da Silva. Remember, at some point in time, we'll get to talk to you. We'll try to do a preview analysis of the forthcoming World Cup. It's about 26, 28 days to the World Cup proper. That will start on the 12th of June. Like I did say, I have Larry Pinel and Falabi Da Silva. Well, ladies first, though, but after men. So, Larry Pinel, I'd like to welcome you to the studio.
It's a pleasure as always.
And
nice being here.
Falabi Da Silva.
The pleasure's mine.
Okay, we're going to start straight away with the National League that took place yesterday. They're in week 16. We say a couple of games. We say a few games take place yesterday, just in case you didn't know, to take you through the scorelines of the games. We saw Kwara United play 2-0 over Supreme Court. Sokoto United played 1-0 with Ranchers Base. Kogi United played 3-1 with Tip FC. Mighty Jets played 2-1 with Plateau United, and Jigawa Golden Stars finished the game playing 1-0 over Niger Tornadoes. Those results are for Group A. In Group B, we saw Aqua Starlet play 2-1 with MFM. Unisem Rovers played 1-1 with 3SC. COD played 1-0 over Abia Comets, and Go Round FC finished the game playing 3-0 over Bendel Insurance. Bendel Insurance not particularly comfortable with that scoreline, but as it stands, the likes of 3SC picking up a point on the road against Unisem Rovers says a lot for them, Larry Pinel. They still occupy top spot in Group B.
Definitely. It puts them in good stead for promotion. 3SC, they've been punching seriously. Can I say above their weight? But as it stands, that was their third point on the road. They had picked points in very difficult places, and they went all the way to Unisem Rivers and picked a point yesterday, and it means it consolidates their hold or their stay on that particular log. We expect 3SC to actually return. What I'm not sure is
if they keep it this way.
Exactly, if they keep it this way. What I'm not sure is the other Lagos teams, talking about COD, MFM, First Bank, and stationery stores, cancelling themselves out, but COD won, picked up 3 points yesterday, although MFM lost on the road. So we're yet to see how that, we'll wait to see how that pans out.
Okay, on the log, actually, First Bank is the Lagos side that is actually doing well. Other games to see today, when they get to play in the NNL, we'll see FRSC take on Wiki Tourist. Nigerian Prisons will play those to Adama United. DSSFC will be taking on Spotlight. In Group B, we expect to see Gabriel take on First Bank. Station Stars will take on Prime. Rema will be playing those to Gateway, and IBSFC will be taking on Ekiti United. That said, as regards the National League, if you're in the stadium nearby, please go ahead and try and see if you can enjoy some of these actions, some of the games around you. Those are the fixtures for today across the Federation. FRCFC will take on Wiki Tourist. Wiki Tourist looking very good also on the log, in good stead to qualify. That said, let's talk about the MPFL. We expect to see some games today. I'll stay with you, Larry, on this. We saw a game yesterday. Dolphins played 2-0 over Bielsa United. The games to see today will be Sunshine Stars taking on Nassau United. Eyimba will be playing against Nembe City. Warriors will take on Sharks. Aqua United will be playing those to Lobby Stars. FC Taraba will be playing Atlant FC. Abia Warriors will take on Crown FC. Giwa FC will be playing those to Kaduna United. Rangers will take on Gombe, and El Kanemi will be playing away to Kano Pillars. Those are the games that will taking place in the MPFL today. Forming the game will be Kano Pillars taking on El Kanemi Warriors.
Definitely.
Kano Pillars need to pick up. They need to start picking up points.
You're very correct. They've been picking up points, so to speak. In 3 games now, they haven't lost. Remember, they went to Gombe and actually defeated Gombe away, and then they went to Kaduna United in midweek and got a draw away at Kaduna United. So steadily, Kano Pillars has actually been climbing. But another particular result in midweek was the fact that Abia Warriors went away and also picked an away point, which is very fantastic for Abia Warriors. They seem to know how to get points on the road. But consolidation for me was Sharks FC that actually won its own game. Benga Ogumbote, took over from Sharks last season when they were bottom of the log, so to speak, like Gospoye did for Sunderland. Took them away from the relegation waters, stabled them in the first part of the log and top half of the log, and then this season Sharks seems to be dominating as it stands, and who knows what will happen at the end of the season. But right now it is Sharks all the way.
And they look very good too.
Definitely.
I mean, not many people would have actually suggested Sharks being on top of the table at this point in time.
You're very correct. You're very correct.
All right, that said, as regards local football and MPFL, we'll talk about the Flying Eagles. They played the second leg of the qualifier against Tanzania yesterday, talking about the Flying Eagles. They played the second leg of the qualifiers yesterday in Fairway, Kaduna. The game ended 4-1 in favor of the Flying Eagles. Now they've qualified for the third round. They played the winner between Lesotho and Angola, and that match will take place in August, and they will qualify for the tournament proper in March next year. As it stands, Flying Eagles looking good. 4-1 over Tanzania was the scoreline that will see them play 6-1, qualify 6-1 for the third round in aggregate. Also, the Super Eagles will jet out tonight, will travel. Will leave the shores of Nigeria tonight for the United Kingdom, play the game against Scotland. That will take place on the 28th of February. Eventually, we'll keep you up to date with what is going on. As it stands, we don't have any team news. We know that the guys are, well, in shape. Some of these guys, some of the international pros will join them when they get to England. That said, we'll leave the local scene and go straight to the biggest game that was taking place yesterday. That was Champions League final. Outside with you, Falabi da Silva, Atletico Madrid taking on Real Madrid. It was a debut of some sort, but they were playing in Lisbon, Portugal, home ground for Cristiano Ronaldo. Before that game, we had so many highlights towards that game. It ended 4-1 final time, extra time, but it ended 4-1 in favor of Real Madrid.
No one could have called the game as the first half. It was virtually almost impossible. And then the second half came, and then we saw 3 more goals. I mean, it was devastating for Atletico. But however, it is what it is. And I felt so sorry for that. They came into the game with the winning mentality, but was that enough to see them, clinch the cup, the title? But no, it wasn't enough. And this has actually put Carlos Ancelotti as the second person, to do so after Liverpool's Bob Paisley, to win 3 Champions League. So well done to him. But no, this was a debut of some disaster. Let's just put it that way for Atletico Madrid.
Before you looking at individual performances, talking about Cristiano Ronaldo, it was a static when he got that penalty. But throughout the game, it was below par. The other side, Diego Simeone, would you blame him for fielding Diego Costa in the first half? I mean, considering the fact that it was just recovery from an hamstring injury.
Brilliant question. The social media has been awash with tactical mastermind that Carlo Ancelotti is. But you asked me a specific question about Diego Costa starting. Now let's look at it this way. In the game against Barcelona, the last game of the season, Diego Costa actually started that game with Arda Turan, and both of them got injured. Now, why is nobody blaming Diego Simeone for starting Diego Costa in that game, and he was pulled out after just 10 minutes? It comes back to this same game, and Diego Costa plays for 10 minutes, and all of a sudden, it's just because we have the benefit of the hindsight. That's why we seem to be crucifying Diego Simeone, that why did he start Diego Costa? The other choice we'll have had was to keep Diego Costa on the bench and let him come in maybe in the second half. But then after 3 substitutions and Diego Costa comes in and then gets injured after 5 minutes, that means you're with a man less, so to speak, an injured player. With the benefit of hindsight, so to speak now, Ancelotti did what was very, very brilliant. Don't forget that what's his name now? Diego Simeone wanted to actually contain Real Madrid. Yeah. Remember, he made Ronaldo useless. Not that Ronaldo didn't want to have a bad game. Not that Ronaldo wanted to have a bad game. Yes. It was just that the likes of Miranda, Felipe Luis, and the rest of those guys in the middle stifled him. That's right. You could see that it was only Bill that was even getting a little bit of run.
Would that be due to his pace?
Bill got a few opportunities when what's it called now? The defenders and the defensive midfielders of Atletico Madrid forgot that there was a certain build, and then Di Maria as well. But still, they were able to contain Cristiano Ronaldo and Real Madrid until that Sergio Ramos's header. Yeah. So it was like Atletico had a game plan. They stuck to it, and who knows? They were just a few minutes away from winning that trophy. They could have won it 1-0, and the story would have changed. But kudos to Ancelotti. What did he do? He saw that Contrao was just a left back, at left back, doing nothing because he wasn't under any specific attack. He removed him, brought on Marcelo, who would join the attack. And then he brought out Semi Khedira, who wasn't performing very well. Brought in an Isco, game change, and we saw that in extra time.
All right, but we must also commend Atletico Madrid. I mean, all season long, they've been at it for a very long time. I mean, winning the Spanish La Liga, would you commend their team effort? You say that has something to do with their team spirit as well?
Yeah, it had a lot to do with the team spirit. As I said, they brought it to the game with Real Madrid. However, it was not enough. It just wasn't enough. So.
Okay. All right, more congratulations to them. They did play the finals of the Champions League, a feat many countries did, many club sides did not achieve. Well, it's yet to be seen how they'll keep that next season. Going to next season, will they be able to defend the Spanish La Liga, or the time will tell.